One of the most amazing things about nature and the joy that it is capable of bringing is the peace and quiet you can find while out in these amazing places. I wish that I could tell you every story of every person that has ever walked through this place, and perhaps that would give you some sort of insight as to what this lake means for some people. It's beautiful places like this that causes love to be found and help them flourish. However, when it comes to the history of this place, it isn't as rich as I imagined it would be. So first off, about Unicoi Lake. That's not its real name. The real name of Unicoi Lake is actually Smith Lake, but because of the state park that it is located in, along with it being right off the Unicoi Turnpike, the name is almost universally understood. However, if you ever hear someone talking about Smith Lake, you'll know they actually mean this place. So the name Unicoi. Yes, I mentioned it already in the previous video, but I didn't explain why it was actually named White Lake. Unicoi comes from the Cherokee word unaga, which means white. And while this lake appears extremely colorful, it's actually because of the fog that sets in during the peak morning hours that this state park got its name. Remember, Unicoi Lake wasn't the name of the lake, so the name of this lake is mostly unrelated to its meaning. While there are a few interesting things about this lake, such as the barrel cabins and the dish that was used to supply water for the hydraulic mining of gold, none of these things were present directly in this location. This lake, as far as my research has shown me, is a very historically insignificant place. Not the area around it, just the lake itself though. So what does this mean for this video, for you? Well, this lake means nothing, so who cares, right? Well, if all we look at is the obvious historical value of things, or even the intrinsic value, why should we care about things that hold no meaning for us? I'll tell you why. Everything has a story, and just because we don't see it right away does not mean this lake is meaningless. Now, while we were out here, Connor got me talking about cryptids, and I had to add in this one group of beings that are very peculiar. One of the most peculiar cryptids is the Moon-Eyed People. And the Moon-Eyed People were a race of Native Americans, but they were extremely pale with really bright, big blue eyes, like unnaturally large and unnaturally blue. And what makes them so unique is that they've actually been mentioned by people as famous as, what's his name, John Sevier. He's got a county named after him in North Carolina, and even Thomas Jefferson mentions them. So if you've got these two notable figures talking about these people, how real are they? Some even wish to credit their existence as being extraterrestrial. You see, it's the stories like these that I wish I could write down and give to you, which I am actually working on doing right now. Later on during this whole YouTube journey that you have so graciously decided to join me on, I'll be adding the link in the description so that way I can give you these century-old stories I have learned about. This will all allow us to improve the quality of our storytelling and ultimately give you, the viewer, a higher quality of entertainment. I understand that these days are difficult. Not everyone can find the time to go walk around in the woods or even have the time to research and learn about these places. If you ever take anything away from this channel, I hope that you take away a sense of adventure. This world holds a lot more mystery than many would have you believe. You yourself are capable of having grand adventures with twists and turns and possibly even some terrifying or horribly boring moments. That's all part of the fun. That's all part of the adventure. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our channel because it goes a long way in helping us grow, which directly benefits our viewers by enabling us to visit more spectacular places and learn about more spectacular cryptids. It wasn't until I started reading a lot that I realized the Moon-Eyed People were even a thing that supposedly existed. Later on, I'll be doing the best I can to bring you as much information as possible about these creatures and cryptids and locations. It's knowledge that makes things important, and sometimes all you need to know is where to drive, what to bring, and who to drag along for the adventure. So real quick, if you have any interesting stories of Unicoi Lake or fun facts that I may have missed out on, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. I actually love hearing about the joys others have had at these amazing places. And a bit of advice when you go on your next adventure: rest as needed, bring water, and watch your step. The Unicoi love pushing roots up to trip people on their way.